Hey guys, here we are. We're out in the garage. This is actually a multi-Williams that I'm working on. Williams machine, turning it into JAMA. Anyways, it's got a Mortal Kombat board in it. Got from our pal Bob Roberts. Anyways, not about that. Our pal Adidas 1984X asked how I go about checking the voltage on my power supply and then adjusting, from there. And I thought, he asked for a video, and I said, yeah, no problem, man. Never a bad question. This is just some of the stuff that I use. I've already got my my ground hooked up. As you can see, I've got a T-pin in there. This is it's like people use them for sewing. Come in a little box like that. It's just a piece of electrical tape that's kind of to hold the door closed while it's in my toolbox. But yeah, little T-pins, they're great. You can use them for probing different spots where you got to be really careful what you touch, and make it so you don't have to stick into a wire. You can really get into a Model X connector. I actually even use these to de-pin JAMA harnesses, and replace pins and wires or whatnot in there. But anyways, so he asked on how I go about adjusting my 5-volt or checking it. So basically, I give out my meter. You can use any meter. Set it to DC voltage, which I don't know. There we go. Get some light for you guys. Turn on the machine here. Helps if I turn on the power, actually. So bear with me for a second. Alright. Sorry about that. So anyways. So machine's on. Not going to get any sound, obviously, because, no soundboard. Obviously, there's a little dial that you'll adjust, to raise or lower your 5 volts. But anyways, how I do this is I take my little T-pin, come up here, and get some focus here. There we go. Sorry about the shakiness. I'll go and I'll probe my 5-volt with the T-pin. As you can see, 5.13 volts at the harness itself. Now, you can also probe over on the actual component side sometimes. If there's traces that you can see, here you really can't. I don't have enough hands, and I don't have somebody else to help, but you can touch those little spots there. Also, just to show you, you can do it with just your regular probe. Just a little trick here. Take it, you're gonna really kind of really have to kind of jam it in there. And I mean, you lose connection there. You push a little harder. There we go. There we go. 5.13. So I mean, you could do it that way. There's an even better way to do it, and I'm not going to really go into it in this video. Sorry. Where you would test at the actual chips. Every game is, well, not every game, but most games are different. You have to actually see what the 5-volt line is on the chip itself, and make sure that you're not probing the wrong lines, and then if you accidentally bridge them, that's never good. Excuse me, you don't want to fry any chips. But yeah, so that's basically one way that I do it. You can probe at the actual power supply itself, but I don't recommend that. I recommend you actually at the very least come up to the harness here, and that'll give you a fairly good idea. As you can see, I'm running 5.13 volts on this. I think actually the power supply, I'll test it here so we can see the actual voltage difference. as you can see, 5.146. So I mean, there's like a, you know, what is that? 100th? Yeah, 100th of a milliamp drop, or you know, almost a, or what is it? Yeah, yeah, 100th of a milliamp drop. You know, from 0.13 to 0.14. So that's a brand new power supply. Obviously, my connection is pretty damn good. You know, if you have more of a drop than that, most likely this edge connector under here. I have to turn it off. Most likely that edge connector under there is dirty. As you can see, this is, as I said, my test board. There's an issue with this video graph, but you know, if that's dirty, you're going to get an even bigger voltage drop. As you can see, this is pretty damn clean. I mean, I tend to clean those with a you know, pink eraser before I even power them up the first time. But yeah, I hope this helps. I mean, I know this video is getting a little long for, you know, just doing voltage tests or whatnot. But as I said, you know, any meter I'll do. I mean, yeah, you see, I got a fluke, but you know, I don't know. I've had cheap meters and they died. I've actually had a snap-on meter and it died within the first month. So this thing I've had for you know, years, and it's great. But you know, I've got a Harbor Freight one that I keep just here in the garage or whatnot. You know.